Okay, this is Polkabridge. Uh, Excuse the voice. I've just got diagnosed with COVID, so you probably heard me sniffling and I suppose I don't know, coughing or whatever. But yeah, anyway, I'm cool. So this is why it's a bit late. Um, so yeah, Polkabridge looks good. Looks really really good and healthy. And why am I saying that? Well, we were in here first in our massive ascending or wedge here, coming in from an uptrend, and we had a double bottom, and the target, both of those formations are pointing at 347. Okay, so I've said that to you numerous occasions. All right, now I'm going to just zoom in here a small bit. So we've broken out of the wedge, and as I'd said, nothing goes straight up in a straight line. Okay, and I'd be more concerned if that just went straight up there. Okay, than actually, it kind of consolidating and take its time. And what I mean by that, like when you're trying to get to an actual target, things take time. They actually formulate a new formation and then start moving. Okay, so what have we done? Yeah, we've broken up. We started hit and we hit like, what was it? Very close to it actually, 339, and came back down. Now we're in a falling wedge. Okay, and what is a falling wedge? A falling wedge is bullish. They break up and out. Okay, so this is the 6-hour chart, and actually it looks like a bit of a bull flag as well, like a bull pennant with a bit of a pole come in. So that would coincide with the 347 as well. So I do still think we'll get to 347. All right. You can see here it has broken out of the falling wedge, which I think I put in my previous video. That's saying that these break up and out. Okay. I also did say that we would probably touch back down to 259, which we have, or possibly lower, and we have done that. And we're just retesting that as support. So there's a lot of things here, 259 and 293. I mentioned 293 when Polkabridge was 63 cent. And why was that important? It was like it's a fib level, but it's still a target, but it's respecting it. You can see it here respecting it all along. Okay. We did go break through it. We came back down. We retested. We fell down through it. We retested a couple times. Couldn't get through. Got rejected. And that's created us into a falling wedge. So I would see us trying to make another move to 293. The target of the falling wedge here would be 307. And that would be pushing us towards 347. So I do see 347 coming eventually. But this is nice consolidation here. All around in between like 259 is support and the 293 fib level, and even the psychological level of $3. And the $3 psychological level is a big deal because, the same with $2. $2 down below is exactly the same. We were hovering around it for ages. And it's a big psychological level, and so is $3. All right. So I'm just going to take a look at the stochastics, which I really, really do literally I look at them all the time because they tell me the momentum and what's happening. So I'm just going to show you why I think the stochastics are so important. Okay, you might be kind of going, why do you keep going to the stochastics, man? And it works beautifully. So when I'm looking here at the 4-hour stochastic, here we're oversold. Okay, when you're oversold, a bounce is coming. This is the 4-hour chart. Okay, so if you'd bought here on the 4th of November, and you'd held it all the way up until it gets to the top of overbought, when you know there's a correction coming. Okay, if we look here at the price, okay, when we look at the price on the 4th of November, so that's around here, okay, and we went all the way up to the top of the stochastic, that's 126% increase, okay, on what you have invested. All right, and now where are we now on the stochastic? So remember, I bought into the bottom there in the 4th, and I had a 126% increase. Okay, so why am I always so happy when I see the 4-hour or the daily at oversold? Okay, so this is why. The 4th here, if I'd held on, 126% increase. Where are we right now? Boom. Okay, so you get confirmation once it crosses over the 20 and starts moving into the neutral zone here. Okay, when we move up here, we cross over, you're game on, all right, in general. Okay, so when you buy down here, which is now, this is oversold, okay, a move generally, if you hold, it's going up. That's giving us direction of where it's going to go. Okay, so this is the daily, which is pretty low down, all right? And don't get me wrong, the daily can still go further down, okay? But again, the 4 hours at the very, very bottom. So if the 4 hours stayed oversold for another bit of time, yeah, the daily would start making down here. Another great place to buy is when this is oversold. So what I'm saying is there's no need to fear or panic when the price starts going down. These are times you buy, and the stochastic tells you when to buy. It's a very, very simple process. You buy that out at the bottom, it oversold, and you wait till it starts moving up. Okay. Again, I'm in it for the long term. I'm not swing trading this or whatever. I'm just holding because I see that the fundamentals in Polkabridge are absolutely excellent. And it's all about the narrative. And what is the narrative right now? Okay. And generally speaking, anything with dot at the moment is exploding, but also bridges. Okay. Bridges, connecting different chains to each other, quick swaps, all that sort of stuff is the in thing. Okay. So right now, yeah, the multi-chain DEX is going to be released, the AMM, in about 5 hours or so, or 6 hours. And I would expect to see a bit of a movement. All right. Sometimes you can get the price is already built into the actual, the news. Okay. The narrative, but the narrative is bridges right now as well. Okay. And that's why the fundamentals of Polkabridge are, incredible. So all in all, when the AMM comes out, even going forward, this will be a fantastic thing for Polkabridge, but right now we're in a falling wedge. We have 293, which is a fib level, and I do see it respecting it. Once we get over that again, the target of the falling wedge is up around 307, and then I would expect us to start making a move up to 347 over time. Okay, nothing goes up in straight lines, and there's a lot of people in this group who think everything's just going to explode, and it's going to be the same thing every day. 50% a day, 50% a day. That doesn't happen. It's more scary. That you don't want that to happen. The reason being is it'll just come down just as fast. It has to make its way up and then go up and come back down and retest support and make a new support level and say, yeah, that's confirmed as support. Whereas if it just goes up, it'll come straight back down where it came from. So what it's doing is so healthy. It's testing in between. It's testing the fib level. It's testing support at $2.59. It's tested the psychological area of $2. It'll test at $3. And this is what it's doing, and this is why I'm saying it's very, very healthy. So the fundamentals of Polkabridge are excellent. We've got AMM coming out today. We've got KuCoin coming, and I do see with the KuCoin, volume will explode, and I do think it'll, we'll be making our way towards the 428 minimum in a movement, even the first day or two of KuCoin. Okay, I still do have an $8 to $12 personal target. This is not financial advice, but this is what I think. So overall, lovely, and healthy. It's looking really good. That's Polkabridge. So this is Bitcoin. And why am I going into Bitcoin again? Because Bitcoin leads the market, and you have to look at Bitcoin to see what the hell is going to happen going down the line. All right. So right now, Polkabridge is over $100 million. That'd be a small to medium, maybe just a small to medium cap. It was micro. But now it's, gaining a bit of traction, okay? So what happens in the market? The money goes into Bitcoin, then into Ethereum. Then you're essentially moving into the big caps, the blue chips, like Litecoin, all the big boys, Cardano. And then it starts moving down to the small to medium caps, which Polkabridge is, okay? That's generally the narrative within the market, and also whatever the narrative is at that time, which is the bridge, okay? Gaming coins, which Polkabridge does have. So we're well set up. We've got it's a great fundamental project. But you have to look at what Bitcoin is doing. Okay, and this is for all the new people out there, because again, Bitcoin, in my opinion, we have a target here. I gave you this target last week of up to $73,000. Okay, a breakout of this. And as I said, nothing goes up in a straight line. And what is it doing now? It went back into its own little formation here. Go to the hourly chart, much clearer. And it created a new formation, and it just broke out of that there around 2 hours ago, okay? Now, if I go to the 15 minutes, probably formulating a new formation, which is a little flag, okay? So if that is like a little flag. It looks like a little flag to me, a little wedge, okay? You've got the pole coming up here. Sorry, wrong one. Okay, so this is the 5-minute chart. And yeah, you can see you've got your pole here, you've got your little flag, and this could break up here. So it's all about probability. But again, I'm watching to see what actually Bitcoin is going to do. I'm seeing 70,000 there on its way to 73,000. All right. So obviously, if Bitcoin breaks down, you know, the whole market is affected, okay, in general. All right. And this is why I'm watching Bitcoin. You have to watch Bitcoin. You don't hold any Bitcoin, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is the king. This is what leads. All right. So you have to see what Bitcoin is doing. All right. But Polkabridge is so healthy, and I really like what it's doing. It's just taking its time right now, waiting on some news. And this is a kind of classic, okay, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting. Everybody's waiting. All right. I do really like the way it's holding the 259 or even above the 232, which is another good support there as well. All right. So yeah, it's looking good, guys. And, you know, HODL, now is a good opportunity to buy with the 4-hour stochastic and the 6-hour stochastic at the bottom. There's the 4-hour. Okay, I like that. That's really, really, really good. Okay, so it's a good time to buy, stock up, and yeah, Polkabridge is good. Awesome.